What's up, guys? Right now we're working on proofing a sit-down stay or a down stay for our little board and train Gus. We've been working on recall a little bit to warm him up, but now we're going to work on just kind of getting him to hold a longer stay. So Gus is super duper food motivated to the point where it's actually a fault. Like training him with treats, great at first, but he focuses so much on the treat that like I worry that he's not actually learning. He's just kind of following the motions for the treats. So right now we're utilizing treats as the negative. So I have him right now currently in a sit down stay, which he's right there. And I'm just gonna like start utilizing dropping treats in front of him while he's in this stay. Now, this may seem unfair, but proofing stay for a long term is better than allowing the dog to just get up and do whatever they want willy-nilly. Stays are not to be used as a band-aid for bad behaviors. I like to utilize stay as a little bit of a mental job, but also like if I have people coming in and out of the house, or if I'm, doing something where the dog is kind of following me around, like if I'm cooking or cleaning or anything, I'm going to put the dog in a sit down stay. And then after a while, if they get up and go do something like chew on a bone or something out of my way, I've made, I've gone and done exactly what the training is supposed to do. I am supposed to let this dog be as free as possible. I want him to have fun. I want him to exist in my world without punishment. So the idea is that we utilize the sit down stay to get the dog to understand, like, hey, you don't have to be underneath me. Go do something else, right? But I want to start him in that sit down stay. Get him to understand he can just chill, right? And then after a while, I'm talking like 10 minutes. If he picks up a bone and goes lays down in his spot or on a carpet somewhere and just chews on the bone for a little bit, he's out of my way. He's not like underneath my feet, and that's all I'm looking for. So I'm going to set the camera down. I'm going to reset. If you notice, there's a bunch of treats, his food on the floor. We're going to utilize those. So set this guy down right here and show you how I'm proofing. So the correction that I'm going to be using is essentially marking the behavior immediately with no once he gets up, bringing him back to the spot on which I put him, and then correcting, giving him one tug up for sit, one tug down for down, one tug off to the side for stay. There are caveats for this though, because I'm not going to be a big enforcer for this. What I really want to do is I'm trying to get him to understand me, so I might use a little bit of pressure for down versus just tugging down. So I might give him a correction, but then add hand drag. So now he's up. I'm going to tell him, no, Gus. Bring him back around to the spot where I got him. Sit. And then drop down into that sit. Gus, down. And I didn't have to correct him because he did it right away. Gus, hey, stay. Like I said, this dog is super duper food motivated. I'm just gonna adjust the camera here because it's a little tilty. And remember, I'm not gonna adjust this video, so any mistakes that happen are in real time. We got a little bit of kibble here. Super thrilled with his food, as many lab puppies are. And all I'm doing is just dropping them. Now I'm not doing it right on top of him because I feel like that might be unfair. And we don't want to do unfair things right away. What we're going to do is get closer and closer, or even though we want to add distance, we're going to add higher distraction first. So I'm just going to drop these bits of kibble. He knows they're there. Uh-oh, so he got up? No. Correct for the sit. Down. No. Down. Oh, I dropped a bunch of kibble. I'm gonna fix that. No, sit. And that's kind of my fault, but I'm still going to punish him for breaking the sit. Down. Now no, down. There. Thus, stay. A little tug. We're not trying to make big punishments here, like just tiny little tugs. I want him to understand that I really want him to do this stay for longer than 30 seconds. And with puppies, a lot of times you're going to get those 30-second stays because they have puppy brain. But he's getting to the point where puppy brain is no longer an excuse. We just want him to do what he's being asked. He heals just fine. His recall's okay. We're going to start it outside. But this down is this downstage is what I really want to work on just to help calm him down. Oh, I'm dropping in a bit of kibble. And if you can see his body, he's like, every time I drop this bit of kibble, he's like, oh, I'm gonna get up. No, you're gonna hold that stay. And then when I'm done, I will let him have each individual piece of kibble as reward for a job well done. I do give treats in the beginning as a kind of like a reward, you know, when they're doing well, but I refuse to give a treat when the dog requires some type of correction. There are caveats to that, but we're not going to get into it today. Now, I think I mentioned in another video that with stay, there's 3 Ds to stay: distance, distraction, duration. Right now we're working on distraction and duration. So these bits of kibble are my distraction, and then the longer we wait is obviously duration. But I'm not working on a long duration right now. I just, you know, I am working on a longer duration, but in like 13 seconds, I'm gonna let him go and kind of let him do this. But he has to make it that long. The next thing we're gonna work on is being able to do it outside. So puppies are the biggest distracted little dogs on the planet. He's thinking about it. He's thinking about getting up. Doing it outside is useful for other things, but like in general, just proofing, right? So we want to if we want it great inside, we have to do it outside.